Okay, nice. Okay, first of all, today I want to share with you all, especially my student, regarding the cost effectiveness analysis, catalyst for health policies. Okay, so let's start. Okay, before I go further to the cost effectiveness analysis, me introduce you regarding the health economy evaluation. It's actually a powerful tool that can help users make the most of resources, decide between promising program options, and demonstrate the benefit of your programs. Okay, why we need to do this economic evaluation? Actually, in our setting, we have so many intervention or program. So with limited resources, I mean limited money. So health economic evaluation will ensure you ensure we to choose the best or to give intervention that have most benefit to us. Okay, so like this example, the blood pressure medication, weight loss program, and cancer screening program, all these are intervention in our setting. But how we want to prioritize our intervention? So we do this health economic evaluation. So by that, so we can choose the best or can give our healthcare the most benefit one. Okay, so for you to do the full economic evaluation, you need to answer these two questions. First are both costs and consequences of the alternative examined, and also next question is their comparison of two or more alternative. Okay, so if both question answer yes, so we will do the full economic evaluation. But if only one or um, question answer yes, so there is only look at the outcome or cost, or they have comparison, so they can do the cost analysis. Okay, so basically the full economic evaluation always involve a comparative analysis of relative cost of action. So when we look at the cost and consequences and we compare to the other alternative, so the full economic will analyze how efficient resources should be allocated to maximize the benefits. So, like I said, for the full economic evaluation, we have a cost effectiveness, cost utility, and also cost benefit. So basically, if you look at this table, all for the cost, all the full economic evaluation is a similar term, which is we look at the monetary term, but the difference is actually in the consequences, the health outcome. For the cost effectiveness, we look at the common measure or natural unit like HB1 HbA1c reduction, okay, blood pressure reduction of life years gain, and then and the result can become cost per unit of consequences, which is example here cost per life years gain. Okay, for the cost utility is actually the consequences of the health outcome. We actually look at the utility value. I mean, we have to take the preference of the patient in to get the quality adjusted life years. Okay, so if the result actually similar to the cost effectiveness, because the cost utility is extension of the cost effectiveness, but we the health outcome we put the preference or the qualitative of the patient in that health outcome. So the result can become cost per quality adjusted life years. But for the cost benefit, is actually a difference between the cost effectiveness and cost utility. Actually, is compare in both cost and consequences in the monetary term. I mean the health outcome all valued in the money. So basically this cost benefit is very we can compare apple to apple because we are money to money, right? So and also the health policy actually love to look at this monetary outcome. Okay, and then the result is we can look at the cost benefit ratio. Okay, just I want to recap this slide. I just want to recap you all regarding how to differentiate between the partial and full economic evaluation. You need to answer these two questions. Either you look at you this study look at the cause and also the consequences, and also is there a comparison of two or more alternative. If yes for both question, so they will look at the full economic evaluation. Okay, so we go deep into the cost effectiveness analysis. It's actually a method used to evaluate the cost and health outcome of the different intervention to determine which provide the best value for money. Okay, that is cost effectiveness analysis. In the cost effectiveness analysis, actually we have three key concept. Okay, you should mention in the cost effectiveness analysis study, you should have cover all these three concept. Okay, first is cost. I mean measuring the cost, which is the cost analysis. We compare both alternative ataupun both intervention. So next is the health outcomes, the effectiveness that we look at, and then last is ICER, the incremental cost effectiveness ratio. Okay, we go one by one. Okay, first is measuring cost. I mean the cost analysis. During this stage, right, so you should cover the type of cost. Either you choose capital recurrence, fixed variable, direct, indirect. Okay, and then you should cover also the techniques. Either you choose a micro costing, which is the top down costing, or micro costing, activity based costing, or you can also mix both techniques. Okay, and then you should mention regarding the design. Either you look at the retrospective or prospective study design. Okay, don't ever forget to mention regarding the perspective. Okay, in the cost analysis you should mention regarding the perspective that you look at. Okay, either you look at the provider, the cost incurred by the provider in delivering health services, or patient, all the costs that a patient has to bear, and also the societal. Okay, the societal is a comprehensive perspective. I mean look at the community and also the patient and provider perspective. Okay, so basically if you want to do the very complicated uh, 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 economic evaluation, you should look at this perspective lah. Okay, and then we move on into the next key point in the cost effectiveness, which is measuring outcome, the effectiveness. Okay, the outcome is actually we measured in the natural unit. So what is natural unit? Is actually physical unit of measurement based only on universal physical constant. So like common use, we like I said before, the HbA1c reduction or BP reduction. Okay, or life save or life years save. Okay, number of recurrent events. Okay, or maybe disability or mortality, morbidity, something like that. Okay, that the health outcome. So I just want to give you a simple example here. So we have intervention. Okay, many intervention A, B, and C. This we look at the common health outcome, either like a lecturer unit as example, reduction in blood pressure, cancer case avoided, kilo loss, or year of life gain. Okay, in this slide, I just want to give you simple example regarding is in the program of weight loss. Okay, we have these two intervention, the diet program and also the medication. So what a health outcome we look at is a kilo loss. Okay, so this slide actually we already measure the all the key point. I mean the cost analysis. Okay, and also the health outcome, and also the cost effectiveness ratio. So like here in the program of weight loss, we have these two intervention, diet program and also medication. For diet program, we calculate the cost. We got the 300, and also the medication 1500. So when we look at the health outcome, which is the kilo loss, so for the diet program we have the 2 kilogram kilo loss, and our medication is 3 kilogram kilo loss. So after that we need to do cost effectiveness ratio, which is the cost per kg. 300 divide by 2 kg, come out with 150 per kg, and also 1500 divide by 3 kg is about 500 per kg. That is a kind of a little bit simple example for the cost effectiveness analysis. Okay, we go to the next key point, which is the incremental cost effectiveness ratio, the ICER. So basically the ICER is different in cost divided by different in outcome, which is the cost of intervention A minus by cost by intervention B divided by the effect in the intervention A minus effect of intervention B. So different in cost divided by different in outcomes. Okay, regarding the ICER, you should have the threshold. So what is the threshold? Actually, it can determine if an intervention is cost effective. Okay, always in natural units, you should have study of willingness to pay. So in when we have the natural unit, so we can do study in willingness to pay in order to have the threshold for the ICER. But for the quality adjusted life years, the utility, we can use guideline from the WHO that using the GDP of the country. Okay, like example, our GDP is 40,000, right? So if one GDP, I mean the intervention is one GDP, I mean intervention is less than 40,000, it's a very cost effective. When the intervention is about between 1 to 3 GDP, I mean the 40,000 to 120,000 GDP is a cost effective. It's a more than 3, but more than 3 GDP, so means the intervention is more than 120,000 GDP, is not more, it is not cost effective anymore. Okay, that's about the threshold. Okay, then I already discussed you regarding the cost effectiveness, the key point, I mean the three key point, the cost analysis, the health outcome, and also the ICER. But I just want to introduce you regarding the utility, because utility is extension to the cost effectiveness analysis. Okay, why the this utility is very important. Somehow we have too many intervention, right, in our setting. So how we want to compare intervention with different health outcome, like here, right? Medication for the blood pressure, so it will reduce the blood pressure. The screening for breast cancer will reduce the breast cancer incident. So for the kidney transplant, they will improve the kidney function. But how to compare these three intervention? So we need to do this common outcome measure, which is a quality adjusted life years. So what is a KALI, this quality adjusted life years? So let's go here. KALI is mean we adjust the life years by the utility value of the health outcome. What is the utility value? Is actually 1 is the perfect health. I mean the 1 is the best, and the 0 is the worst health that you will have. Okay, so how to get this utility value, or the quality of quality of life? We can have so many a variety of tool, I mean the questionnaire. Later on I will discuss regarding this. Okay, so the KALI, the quality adjusted life years, we can actually get this KALI by the multiply the quality and the number of years. So like example here, right? 5 years of life multiplied by 1 is perfect health. So the patient have the 5 KALI. I mean they have the 5 quality. I mean 5 years of perfect health. Okay, and he live in 5 years. But look at here, the second example. They live the patient live 5 years, but with the quality of life is 0.2 only. Okay, not really good. So when we get the KALI, we have 1, I mean 5 multiplied by 0.2 is 1 KALI. So 1 KALI means he have 1 year of healthy life, even though he live in 5 years. So that the quality adjusted life years. Okay, okay, so the KALI actually have two components, which is UT. Okay, U is a utility value, the health related quality of life, And then T is a quantity of life, I mean the life years gained. So when we multiply the U and T, so we get the quality adjusted life years lah. I mean the duration of health state weighted by the preference of utility of the health state. So let I give example here. How the graphical representation of the Kali. Okay, we assume that someone lived 10 years. Okay, so the 10 years is time, the T. In the perfect health, so the utility weight in perfect health means how many, how much the utility weight for the perfect health. So it's actually 1, right? So how the graphical representation, so mean they he live for 10 years in the perfect health. So he have ut, right? I mean u multiplied by t, so 1 multiplied by 10, so he has 10 kalis. Okay, it's very simple, but we go a little bit complicated example. Okay, a person live 3.5 years in perfect health, then suffers from angina for 1 year, which is the utility value ataupun utility weight dia is 0.5 for the angina. Okay, and then he undergoes a CABG, allowing him to return to near perfect health, which is utility weight for the near perfect health is 0.9 for 5 years. Okay, and then he suffer a heart attack. Okay, that then live for 6 months, and relatively with the poor health, about 0.2, then dies. So how the graphical representation of the Kali for this example, this scenario? Okay, like I said, uh, um, the patient have a 3.5 year in perfect health. So perfect health is 1, right? And then 3.5 years multiplied by 1 is a 3.5 lah. Okay, and then he have a angina for 1 year. So angina is about utility weight is 0.5, so 0.5 multiplied by 1. So then he done the CABG, so he got the near perfect health, the utility weight is 0.9. So for 5 years he lived after the CABG, so 5 years multiplied by 0.9. And then he have the heart attack, so he live for 6 months with the poor health, which is the utility weight is 0.2. Okay, so 0.2 multiplied by 0.5. Okay, so when we calculate all this event, so we got for the 10 years of his life, he's only have 8.6 kalis, I mean quality adjusted life years. Okay, I hope you got this simple example here. So that when we do the CEA, I mean the CUA, we actually want to look at that quality adjusted life years with minus with without program. Okay, when we look at here with without program, but with program the life years is extent of life years, I mean the quantity of life is extended, I mean the more time to live. And then the perfect health also is much longer, right? Is like here, right? It's one perfect health here, but without program is below here. Okay, so that's here the quality adjusted life here, the shaded here area that we want to look at in the cost effectiveness analysis. Okay, so regarding the utility, I mean the health related quality of life kan, I said how to measure the HER-core ataupun health related quality of life. So we have so many questionnaire for this to measure the health related quality of life. So we have a generic one that can compare across diseases, not really specific. Okay, and it can incorporate overall estimate of the entire picture of the health. Okay, example here we have short form 36, the Euro quality of life, and also the WHO quality of life. Okay, But somehow we have also disease specific. Actually, it's more precise at tracking changes in the disease severity. But it is useful predictor within disease classes, but not easy to compare across the diseases. So the generic, what advantage for the generic is actually can compare across the diseases, not really specific. Okay, so example for the disease specifics, if we have dental here, OHR quality of life, and also the cancer cases, the EORCTC quality of life. Okay, so I just to give example because during my study in the other page, I use this Eurocall quality of life. We have in Eurocall quality of life, we have 5 dimensions that we look at. First is mobility, self-care, usual activity, pain, discomfort, and also anxiety and depression. And then we also there has also the 5 level, which is from no problem until the extreme problem. Okay, that for the Eurocall. So from this quality of life, we actually can come out, I mean, there's a calculation how to come out with the unity value. Like example here, pain in eyes is 0.77, the headache is 0.76, okay, the chest pain is 0.7. This is just an example. Okay, I think I finished I covered the important key point in the cost effectiveness and also the cost utility. So let's move on into the application of ECA in health policy. So basically, if you know or recognize this Prof. Sharifah Izzat is actually a public health medicine specialist at UKM. During her PhD, right, he do this cost effectiveness of HPV vaccination against cervical cancer in Malaysia. So based on her study in PhD ni, the CA found out that the decision by showing its cost effectiveness in reducing cervical cancer incident, especially compared to the long term cost of treatment. So based on that study, right, so the human papillomavirus vaccine, I mean the HPV vaccine, is incorporated in the National Immunization Program since 2010. Okay, so basically, her PhD actually affect the health policy in term of applying ataupun incorporate the HPV vaccine in National Immunization Program. That one example. Okay. Okay. Next, we have the very recent how CA apply in a health policy. Okay, like here, we have a many study on CA on non-communicable disease management in Malaysia. Okay, the CA has supported the intervention to reduce dietary salt intake, demonstrating their cost effectiveness in lowering hypertension and cardiovascular disease burden. And also there is other studies CEN in Malaysia that assess the cost effectiveness of early screening program that targeted screening for high risk group, lifestyle intervention that provided long-term cost saving by reducing the complication. So because of this, all this CA study, so Malaysia already launched the WHO report, okay, last December, okay, these two report regarding how to do the prevention and control in a very cost effective manner lah, something like that. Okay, okay, that very recent application of CAN policy. Other than that, I just want to give you my study. Okay, I for my DR page, I do the cost effectiveness analysis of CRC genetic testing. So basically, this study found that genetic testing for the colorectal cancer is very cost effective in term compared to the current current testing, but of course the genetic testing is very high cost. So our recommendation that time, genetic clinics need to be established in each zone, because that time, during that time, only HKL has this genetic testing clinic, any genetic clinic. Okay. So we recommend that genetic clinic need to be established in each zone, north, south, east coast, and Borneo, so that the use of genetic testing is more widespread and can be offered. Okay, so now current status, genetic clinic is already established in north area in Hospital Penang, so good. So hopefully later on they can establish also in south, maybe in JB, okay, in east coast, maybe in Kuala Terengganu, or maybe in Borneo, either Sabah or Sarawak. Okay, so and then so that the genetic testing can be offered to all the citizen. Okay, that's for my study. Okay, we have a lot of CA research in Malaysia. We have here like pneumococcal vaccination, either for children or pilgrims. Okay, orang yang nak pergi haji kan. And then we also have the influenza vaccine for the elderly population. It's a very relevant now, because our nation will become aging nation in 2030, so we need to prepare ourselves for the elderly population. Okay, and then we have either like psoriasis treatment, okay, TB, okay, tuberculosis is very important, and this study should be done in in Sabah, because Sabah is very high prevalence with TB. Okay, and also we have the CKD lah, the chronic kidney disease. Okay, I think I finished regarding the CEA. I just want to mention regarding we have a MAHTAS, the Malaysian Health Technology Assessment Section in KKM. MAHTAS is actually do cost if they do many cost effectiveness or budget impact analysis, and for the either healthcare services or new health technology, in KKM. Okay, in term, they will influence the policy formulation and clinical practice and the public health outcome. The MAHTAS is actually come out with the CPG. CPG is the clinical procedure guideline is come out from this section lah. Okay, the Malaysian Health Technology Assessment section. Like that here, we give example for public health program. They do recommend the scoliosis screening program at school. Okay, I4BT for colorectal cancer screening, and also the HPV DNA for cervical cancer screening. That how the CA is applied in our country for the policy formulation of the health policy. So I think I finished covering all the key points that should be covered in the cost effectiveness study. So basically, as conclusion, the CA plays a crucial role in guiding evidence-based health policy decision. So policymaker needs to integrate CA finding with the real-world constraint of actionable outcome. So as a remarks, for my title, cost effective analysis is actually a catalyst for evidence-based health policy. I think that's all from me today. Hopefully you all beneficial with my talk, and if you have anything or you have a new intervention or program that you want to do the economic evaluation, you can contact me and we can collaborate and we discuss furthermore. So thank you very much.